Habits, a thing we do on a day-to-day basis and never actually really think about. However, habits are the reason people can achieve their true potential in any field. Just look at this boxing boy beat the hell out of this other man by just having good training habits. Like him, so can you overcome challenges and build amazing habits. These methods can be used in everyday life to help improve what you want to achieve. Smart people take advantage of their habits to trick themselves into doing things that normally would seem difficult and turn them into a routine. Habits are the fundamentals of human behavior, principles you can rely on for years. You can build a business around it, a family, and most importantly, your life around it.
Boxing is my life!
Of course, there's multiple ways to build habits, but these effective ways are from the wisdom of James Clear's Atomic Habits, a bestseller and known to be the best way of forming great habits. Why do small habits make a big difference? Most of the time, we convince ourselves that massive success takes massive action, but actually quite the opposite. Improving just by 1% might not seem like much and likely isn't noticeable when making these small improvements. In the properly named show Baby Steps, you can clearly see this in Morrow, the main character. He makes conscious efforts to get better at one particular thing throughout the show. At the start, it's just hitting the ball correctly. Then, focusing on controlling where the ball goes, and then getting better at serves. He is making attempts to be 1% better at this game, and by the end of the year, he would come out to be insanely greater than most other players. However, the same process can work against you. If you're 1% worse each day, it turns a minor setback into a major setback. What starts as a small win or a minor setback can accumulate to a lot more. Habits are the compound interest of self-improvement. They may not seem much over the course of a week or a month, but over the years they have an enormous effect. And most of the time, you don't notice that your small habit brought you the success until years later. Making that 1% change to be better or worse might not seem that big of a deal in the moment. Skipping the gym to eat out, skipping seeing your friends and family to play video games, not working on your project to watch another show on Netflix. These small changes can determine who you are and who you could be. Success is the product of daily habits, not a once-in-a-lifetime transformation. It doesn't matter if you are successful or unsuccessful right now. What matters is if your habits are putting you on the path to success. You should be more concerned with your current trajectory than your results. Time magnifies your results. Good habits will make time your ally, bad ones will make time your enemy. What holds people back most is not often the task at hand, but rather themselves. Negative thoughts compound. The more you think of yourself being worthless, stupid, or ugly, the more you condition yourself to interpret life that way. This also holds true for what you think of others. The more you think about people being angry, unjust, or selfish, you will start seeing those people everywhere. Habits are a double-edged sword. Bad habits can cut you down, just as good habits can build you up. Breakthrough moments are often the result of many previous actions, and not just one singular moment in life. The most powerful outcomes are delayed, and this is why it's so hard to build habits that last. People make a few small changes, fail to see tangible results, and unfortunately decide to stop. If you're struggling with creating a good habit or getting rid of a bad one, then it's often because you haven't reached the growth potential and are stuck in the valley of disappointment. The valley of disappointment is this discouraged feeling after putting in weeks or months of hard work and experience little to no results. It's when people decide to quit, and often it's right before the spike of growth potential. We usually fall into survivorship bias when we look at how ambitious winners' goals were, but fail to see that all of those losers had the same exact goal. You can see this in My Hero Academia, as most characters are trying to become the greatest hero. You can see this in Ippo, as all the characters are trying to get the champion's belt. You can see this in Baby Steps, a show that no one ever really watches but everyone should, where all the characters are trying to become top professional tennis players. If all these people want the same goal, then the goal can't be what differentiates the winners from the losers. It's only when you create a system of small improvements that you get the outcome you want. The results aren't the solution. It's the systems that make those results happen. You do not rise to the level of your goals, you fall to the level of your systems and routine. Thanks guys for watching my video. Obviously all these ideas came from James Clear's book, so if you want to know more about habits, you should check that out. If you learned a thing or two about a habit, then you should hit the like button and tell me how cool habits are now in the comment section below. Until next time, my friends.